G'day guys, Simon Deering and Heath Bassett from You&Me, Personalised Property Services. Coming back at you today with a few more client success stories, and this time we're heading over to your neck of the woods, Heath, with your new clients. Tell us a little bit more about Matthew and Chris.
Yeah, Matt and Chris, two lads from Sydney, fantastic guys. They gave us a brief of basically, here's our budget, this is what we want to achieve, you go do your thing and come see us when you're done.
Okay, so a fair amount of trust in that.
Very much trust, a huge amount. So we ended up, found the property within about 4 weeks. It was in Butler. It's been a long settlement. Instead of your normal 6 to 8 weeks, it's been about 12 weeks, I think, off the top of my head. But a little bit about that one. We bought it at $485, and we know right now, before it's even settled, which settles in 5 days,
yes,
on the 6th, we already know that you can't purchase that property under $500,000.
Okay, fantastic.
So let's say
purchase with inbuilt equity?
Yep, inbuilt equity, at least $15,000.
Yep.
The rental vow has come back from our external property consultant, at least $550.
Okay.
So you're doing the maths on that. $485 purchase, $550 a week rent. You're looking at about 5.9% rental yield, which is insane.
Yeah, and put it in perspective, rental average yield here in Perth?
4.4.
What was ours?
5.9.
Right.
And that's at least.
And so what does that mean with the principal and interest?
Yeah, so principal and interest mortgage on these rates, obviously 1st of February we're talking about this. Anything around the 5.6 to 5.7% rental yield will pay off your principal and interest mortgage. Okay. Now we're saying that in general because obviously if you go with Keystart it's much higher. If you go with Commonwealth versus NAB versus Westpac, it's all going to be pretty similar, but the financial institutes are going to be different with their interest rates.
Okay.
So, but around 5.6, 5.7 pays off your principal and interest mortgage.
So, and then, but based on the boys with what they wanted to pay and what their brief was, you over-delivered.
Yeah, I mean, they were prepared to pay. Their brief was 500. I think it might have been a little bit more stretched, but 500 is where they wanted. We got it $15,000 under there. We've also maintained full communication. We've got an instant equity. We've got a fantastic rental yield, and that property is literally 4-minute drive from the coast.
Yeah, and what I was getting at by over-delivering the brief is, I mean, when the boys sat down, they were like, if you can get a 5% rental return, we'll be stoked.
On rent return, absolutely.
So delivered on price, delivered on location, gave them the home and the floor plan they were after. Yeah. And then, we've exceeded with the rent return.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, it's a real delight for me to go in yesterday. I had final inspection and go in, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Really? It was a home. Yeah. It's been looked after. Beautiful. And even when they've moved out, and they have now pretty much except the couch, even the grass is still good. They've got the retic still going, and whatever they've got it going, but everything's sweet. And
then from a rewarding point of view, once this property settles, these guys are really keen to go again and use us again. Yep. So it's just a testament so far at You&Me Personalised Property Services, when a client is going for that second purchase, third purchase, fourth purchase, they're coming back to us to do it again and again, and that's a privilege. It's an honour. It makes us really proud because it just reconfirms that we are doing it right. We're delivering on our promise, and we want to keep delivering on that promise. And if you're thinking of investing and jumping out there, or even if you're thinking of relocating to Perth, or you just want to save yourself from making a stupid decision, it doesn't cost anything other than the cost of a phone call to pick up the phone and have a chat with us and find out if we're the right team for you.
But the funny thing about we're not stuck in the 90s, phone calls are free these days too.
Okay. Doesn't it cost you on your phone bill, your mobile bill? You got to pay every month?
Everything's free.
I mean, everything's free. I don't know what provider he's with, but I got to pay a bill at the end of the month. So if you're like me, there might be a small charge for that phone call. If you're like Heath, it'll be free. But either which way, guys, until next time, happy investing.